Hey guys, how you guys doing? This is Coach T from CT Training with another episode of Sports Talk. I brought another kid out that I was blessed to train too as well. Excuse me. Um, Very special young man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself to you guys. Go ahead.
My name is Magana. I play football, born and raised in Southgate, and yeah, I just play football.
What position?
I play D tackle.
D tackle. Okay. How you like playing there?
A lot of contact.
Where the trenches at, huh? The big
Yeah.
boys. Yeah, I played there too. I remember my days. So, quick question. You're in 8th grade and you're about to be a freshman next year.
Yeah.
You ready for that?
Yeah.
High school ball?
Yeah. It's hard. People been telling me that it's different from youth ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to see how
The difference?
yeah, the difference.
Okay. Well, you gotta realize it's gonna be bigger boys.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like 5-1 no more. You got bigger boys coming at you. What high school you gonna go to?
St. Paul.
St. Paul High School?
Yeah.
Okay. Why that school?
Cause coach has been. I really like the school,
Mm-hmm.
and what's it called? I don't know. I get love there.
You don't want to be there? Okay, okay. So you're ready for that high school, okay. How do you like playing tackle?
It's fun.
You ever thought of playing different positions or just you just want to play tackle, be tackle?
I honestly want to try DN.
DN, okay. Yeah, all right. So something different. So, because like people got to realize when you get to another level, sometimes high school likes to move you around the line, you know what I mean? Depends what kind of defense they run, how their forefront is. It could be, different nose guard or you play DN or D tackle. So how are your grades?
Good.
Good?
Yeah, but 3.5 right now.
3.5? Oh man, that's good, good. Like I tell everybody, I wasn't into school that much. Only reason why, because your grades matter and that's what you want to play.
Yeah.
So how about what do you think about college?
First half to high school,
Mhm.
and
Okay,
then
okay.
after-
That's true, that's
but
true.
I would like to go to college.
Okay, that's good, that's good. So, me training you back in the days, how do you feel about training besides what's important to you off-season training? Because a lot of kids they just don't do that off-season training sometimes. Is that important to you?
Well, you need it honestly, because that training will help you in regular season.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you trained me was like my feet worked. I got quicker off the line. I got it more explosive, and the way I just got off the line was like the opponent was a lot slower.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very useful to
The
train.
quickness.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what people don't get. I try to teach you like I try to teach you to play the snap, not the count. Because if you play the count, it's going to throw you off. Because the center knows how to snap that ball fast. When that center snaps the ball, that's what people need to play off of. You know what I mean? But it's harder nowadays, to see people train because they don't train the fundamentals like how I trained with you guys. I wanted you guys to learn the fundamental of the game, especially your get off, your 3-point stance. So, as a coach, what would you bring to high school? As when you go to high school, your freshman year, what would coaches see you bring to them?
The basic the ABCs, like beginning,
Mm-hmm.
cause first you gotta train the beginning to improve.
Yeah.
So, and just like the regular things, and from there, what they'll teach me, it'll probably make me get better,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just improve.
Yeah. So you talking about like you being coachable.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing is like, let's say the biggest thing with me, like growing up, and it's kind of like sad, but funny. Being Latino was kind of hard because they never thought that we could play football. You know what I mean? They'd expect us to, they could just play baseball or soccer. And there's a lot of Latinos like us that could play the game. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, you kind of remind me of me because you might not see it sometimes, but you always have to work harder. You know what I mean? Because other people don't expect us to play the game right.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you always have to go 110% because, or even 120 because people expect less of us.
Yeah.
You know, so I always had to practice harder, play the game harder because people didn't expect me to play the game the way I played. You know, so I know it's kind of, you know, you're the future, and I see you play because I see social media. You know, I don't go to my players' games because I don't want to be like that type of coach. Like everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture of my player. You know, I'm proud of you guys. I see your highlights. I see what you guys do. But as you being Latino, don't be discouraged. You know, play your game. Do what you need to do. You know, show what you're about and just play. You know, don't let people, you know, I don't know. It's just like I said, you know, I always had to do 120%, like just being a Hispanic coach too. A lot of people don't think that we can coach the game either. You know, we don't know how to play. But when people see me train my athletes, people see me coach, they're like, oh. You know, we went to UCLA at a 7-7 tournament, and they disrespected us because we were Latino coaches. You know, and they was like, who? They called us thugs. They called us all kinds of names. It's an article on, you know, social media about us. But guess what? We won the championship. 2 Latinos won the championship. And they're looking at us like, who are these guys? You know what I mean? So it's just like, we can do the same thing as everybody else. You know, so don't ever discourage yourself and just show people who you really are. You know. So you're going into high school. How was your year for this year? Who'd you play for this year? Dons?
Yeah, Pico Rivera.
Who?
Pico Rivera.
Pico Rivera Dons. How was your season for this year?
Good. We went undefeated.
Okay.
And we won championships.
How'd that feel?
Feel amazing. I would never have that feeling again.
Uh-huh. You never know, because you know you're going to a good high school. You know what I mean, and you never know what your future look like. But on your season, I don't know how many sacks you had.
I think I had one a game.
Won a game?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many games you had played?
11.
11. So yeah, 11 sacks. Okay. So what's your best game that you played against what team?
Probably against El Segundo.
Okay.
The
And why is that?
blue team. Because that's the only team. For me, that was the only team that I had competition in.
Okay.
And going against a good right guard or left guard. I know he like gave me competition, and I still like right there. I knew that now I'm growing up, and I'm gonna go against bigger people.
Oh yeah, you will. Yeah, because when I was in high school, I was about maybe 5'10", 180 pounds, 185. That was D-line. And, you know, I went against up to big boys that were like 6'2", maybe 6'3", weigh about 240, you know. And it's, like I said, once you go to high school, it's all different, you know. And it was amazing, like I said. And I hope you have the amazing experience as well, you know. So you're going to high school next year. So how are you preparing yourself for that? Are you hitting like the weight room, more conditioning?
Not right now.
Not right now?
Yeah, but I want to.
All right. So it's time to get stronger, huh?
Yeah. Now it's time. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I interviewed a kid called King, you know, tall, young, skinny, but it's like now it's time to hit the weight room, you know. But like I tell people, when you hit the weight room, don't go in there and trying to push something that you cannot push. You know what I mean? Like bench and squat and all that. Build your bodies up to that. You know, I understand as coaches, we want you guys to get stronger, but if your body cannot take it, don't push yourself. Build your body up to that. You know what I mean? Yes, we want to get stronger. We want to squat stronger, but just build yourself. mentally and physically for that. Just don't go in there and thinking you're gonna squat 300. Don't, you know what I mean? Build yourself to that. Don't let it, I'm not saying don't listen to coaches, but you know your body. You know what I mean? And especially weights. Weights is not to play with.
Yeah.
You know. So you say your best game was El Segundo. How's your tackles look like per game?
Tackles like sometimes I will get like good tackles, and then sometimes it just depends.
How many tackles you get like what, 5 tackles per game or 4 tackles?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
4 or 5 tackles. Because it's kind of hard playing the line.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else get the highlights. You know, the linebackers and everybody else. And while we're the dirty ones getting double teamed by the big boys, everybody else get the glory. You know what I mean? But that's how it is sometimes. You know. But as an athlete, how would your coaches describe you as an athlete?
I remember my coach, he said that this kid is easy to teach. So like I learn quick and I understand the way they coach me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. What about your teammates? What would they describe you as a teammate?
Funny.
Funny?
Happy.
Motivated?
Yeah, motivated.
Okay, so if they're having a bad game, because we all have bad games sometimes, what would you do to encourage your teammate if having a bad game?
Just skip a page, and just go to the next page, and just go forward, because the past has already happened. That's time that already passed, so just go forward and do better.
Do better. All right. You know, I got to see these guys, they always put their highlights on. And there was a guy that I just saw the other day dominating. They were one-on-ones, dominating. And that's all they showed, was him dominating. But the next day, they showed another video of him getting beat. You know, I understand we all will never have a perfect game. Just like in games, you might just get beat down. But then you come back in the second half and you motivate yourself to do better. You know, that's why I don't believe in highlights sometimes, because you know you could have 40 game plays and you showing me the top 5. But how did the other 35 plays look like? You know, did you get pancaked or did you do whatever? You know, and that's why I don't like that. I'd rather see a full game of somebody's highlight to see what type of player they are. Because if you get pancaked, boom, how are you going to come back the next play? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that's where people don't think. You know, because I got beat this play, am I going to get discouraged of playing again, or because I got hit hard, am I going to be like, oh man, you know, no, you know, you can't. That's why I say, as a teammate, are you there? You see your players getting beat on. What type of player are you? Are you like, come on, man, let's go. Don't worry about that. Shake it off.
Yeah.
Just go to the next play. But you know, there's some players that just want to scream and yell and doesn't understand, you know, how to talk to people as a leader. You know, I'm more of a team player. Because if my team's doing good and I'm able to pump them up, that means I'm doing my job. Because if I'm the team leader, we're supposed to help each other out. Just, you know, there's always a lot of single players. And that's why, you know, I ask you, what do you think about yourself? Because if you're out there playing by yourself, your team's not going to win. You know, if you're a team player and your team do good, you're all going to do good. You know. So how tall are you? Because the last time I saw you, you was real short. A little small, but now you almost my height.
Yeah, I'm like 5'9", 5'8".
5'5", okay. So you might be a little taller than me by the time you get to high school, senior.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, you guys are making me feel old. I see you guys are, man, and now you guys are on my height. I feel old now. But I'm glad where you coming from. Like I said, man, it was blessed to train you as well. And like I always tell people, you guys always show me so much love and always respecting me. And it's like one of the reasons why I'm doing this, because I want to give out the opportunity to you, to anybody else. You're not even have to train you guys. I just want to help people get their word out, especially young athletes, like you guys. I just can't wait to see you play Friday Night Lights. You know what I mean? That's the biggest mission, Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Being a freshman or sophomore, man, you get to play at 3 o'clock. But when you hit that Friday night and you under the lights, oh man, it's a different experience. You ready for that?
Yeah.
To play at the Friday nights?
Mhm.
Why would you want to play Friday nights? What experience do you want to get?
Like just being under the lights.
Lights?
That's yeah. And just playing with like big people.
Okay.
Seeing how like, cause I see my brother.
Mhm.
My brother really inspired me to play football.
Okay.
Right now he's in college, but in high school, when I used to go see his games, I used to just love to see like how he played.
Okay. So that's how inspired you.
Yeah.
Okay. Who did he play for?
He played St. Anthony.
Oh, he played St. Anthony's?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, he did play at St. Anthony's. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go there. They got a new coach over there, Coach Laura. Yeah, he's over there now. He's doing pretty good. I used to love him as a coach at Poly because the things he did at Poly High School, Poly has not been, in my opinion, hasn't been the same since he left. When's the last time they went to the championship? They just barely won a championship this year, right? But since he's been there, he's been gone for a long time and not won a championship. And his coaching skill, his coaching style is phenomenal. You know what I mean? And I have that much respect for him because he's one of the great coaches that came out of Long Beach. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now he's back in Long Beach, and at St. Anthony's. It's a great program. He has to rebuild it because that's what sometimes it happens when you're a new coach. You got to rebuild a program. Mm-hmm. But St. Anthony's looking pretty good this year. But other than that, you doing off-season training this year?
Not right now, but I want to.
Okay. So, how can we start? So your grade, you say you're 3.5. How important your grades are to you? Because I'm always going to preach this, and it's funny because like I said, me growing up, I didn't really like school. Only reason why I went to school is because I wanted to play sports, and so I had to get good grades to play sports. But a lot of people didn't understand because my parents only wanted me to get good grades, but didn't really push me as to get better. And I was never really taught how important the grades are to an athlete. So hearing you say you're 3.5, something like that. How important are you? Now you're not just saying like you're an athlete. Oh, they think we dummies. You know what I mean? Because we're athletes, but we're more than just athletes because it's the hardest thing to do. To be an athlete is different, and being a student athlete is the hardest thing to do. Because practice, school, it's majority school. So to see you when you're grade average, how important is it to you, your school?
Well, my mom always tells me that school comes first, and if you don't have the grades, but you have the skill doesn't really matter anymore because you don't have the grades to play it. So it's important to me because, like, school is gonna get me somewhere in life, and most people don't take advantage of school.
No, they don't.
And just taking advantage of it will affect your life and to get better from there.
Because the thing is, like my wife told me, and she's the one that opened my eyes to more to school, and grades. Now working at the school too as well, I see how important it is. And like one thing is, nobody can take your diploma away from you, and nobody can take your degree from you. If you go to college, you get a degree, nobody can take that away from you. You know what I mean? We could play sports, but sports could be taken away from you at any time. You might not even play at the high school. You might want to go to junior college, or you might just go to college or any kind of Division I, Division II, but you're not promised the future of sports. But the education is always going to be there for you. You know, so that's more important to me now that I see. Like I tell my son, he wants to play this year, but he knows school is always going to be first. You know, and that's a good thing that your parents push you to school. You know, even if you go to a junior college or you go to a small college, you know, you're on a scholarship, make sure you get that degree.
Yeah.
You know, so don't forget, when you go to high school, you know, you gotta take a SAT. You know what the SATs are?
Nah.
You don't know what it is? Well, it's a thing that, a test that you have to, especially going to college, you have to take a SAT. It's like a test you take, yeah, you know, but that's one of the important things. Once you get to high school, they'll let you know about your SATs. It's just a test that all students have to take if they want to go to college. You know, you have to score a little high, but you'll learn more and more and more, you know.
Yeah.
So on that, are they teaching you, because I know from Pop Warner or youth football to high school, they're going to start teaching you differently. That's what, you know, I don't like as a Pop Warner coach or youth coach. We're not teaching the fundamental, like the techniques and all these other things, you know, gap controls or whatever. Do you know a lot of that already?
Yeah. Like,
You know, the A gap and the B
yeah,
gaps?
yeah. All of those stuff, yeah, I do know.
Okay. And it's because I was a freshman, when I was a high school coach, my freshmen were coming up, and they didn't know what technique they were in, or they didn't know what the A gap or B gap was. And I'm like, you know, you guys supposed to play football, and they're not teaching you guys this. But, you know, I'm glad that you know your techniques, your gaps, and the DN. Why would you want to play DN? Besides coming to the middle gaps, now you want outside control. So why is that?
It's just the way they get off the line. It's like they get off quick,
Yeah.
and the way they just beat the tackles.
Okay. So you want to make the tackle look like a fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad that you're ready to go to high school. I just can't believe that you're in high school now, going to high school. You know, seeing you at a younger age. But I'm glad you're going to school, you're staying in school and getting good grades. I appreciate you coming out and speaking to me. You know, I'm blessed to see you grow, and anything in life, I'm always going to be here. If you need help for the future, just let me know. I'm always going to be here for you. All right, guys. Thank you for listening and watching the talk and show. Let me give a shout out to Body Armor for supporting me. My clothing line, The Athlete, Loudmouth, Game Breaker. Sorry about that, Game Breaker. But just don't forget to subscribe, you guys, too, to my page on YouTube. Thank you, Anthony, for coming out. You guys, if I'm a player, a great athlete, great person, look out for him. Because like I said, Friday Night Lights is going to be a good show. All right? But thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you.